Hey, what's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by my current surroundings, I'm back in the car, but I'm not actually back in the car on my own this time. I actually have a little guest with me. Hello. Things to do. We've got a lot of driving around to do. It's fucking boiling hot. The worst time to film this video. We've got a lot of errands. We need to go to like B&M. We need to go and do a food shop. So I thought, why not film a drive with me? Why not interrogate Anna and ask her some questions that I feel like they're not necessarily juicy questions, but I feel like I want it to be more informative and interesting, behind the scenes type of vibe. So here we are, gonna drive around, do some shit, talk some shit. I hope you enjoy.
AKA Byron using me for views for 12 minutes.
AKA I'm gonna blow you out of this thumbnail. Bye. So, Anastasia Kingsdorf, where do we bloody start? I'm actually gonna pretend to be James Corden and also try and drive at the same time. The questions are either gonna be shit or my driving's gonna be shit. So we'll try and find a happy medium. I feel like I knew you when you were like fucking 15.
Good evening, paedophile.
Yeah, I feel like you did as well. You're a little fangirl of me before.
When you did like the pastel Instagram feed, it's when I followed you on Instagram, like the EOS lip balm.
Yeah, baby
that
lips.
is when I knew you.
IKEA flower bedding.
But at that time you obviously weren't doing YouTube full time, it was a hobby. It still is a hobby, but like it weren't as serious as it is. And I guess you always dreamed of being at the point where you are now. Is it all this cracked up to me, girl?
I feel like I'm actually being interviewed, I don't like it. I feel like, yeah, it has. It's like 60-40. Yeah. Like 60, like, yeah, it's all amazing, I absolutely love it. Like, I am actually living my dream life that I wanted to live. But then the other 40 is like, oh shit, like actually there's a lot of like other stuff that comes with it, with like hate and stuff, which I have obviously been able to deal with, but it's a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. Like, I never imagined it would probably get as bad as it actually did. I had a really good point as well and I've just lost it.
Well, that's great. So I'm a good interviewer, you're just not good at being interviewed.
No, I think I should be an interviewer as well.
I think for me, obviously I get to see it all firsthand with you, but I also feel like I don't really see you as everyone else sees you, just because I feel like we've sort of grown up together, and everything else has grown whilst we've grown as friends.
Yeah.
But like when I think about like people like Zoella back in the day, who at one point I was obsessed with when she had like the same amount of subscribers as you, and I had an idea of what her life and her job was like, and I imagine it's completely different. Like you're saying, you didn't expect the amount of hate. Like surely you, when you watched Zoella, and like, oh my god, she just hit 1 million subscribers, I'd love that one day to be me. You don't take into account what everything else is like apart from like that number on a screen.
I can't explain what it is. I think it's especially as well because obviously we've been in lockdown, so we haven't gone to like events, we haven't really been able to meet people outside, so like the number probably doesn't register in my head properly until we can actually go out again and meet people and think, oh my god, people are actually watching my videos. Because when I upload a video and when I film it, I don't register that number. Like it could be 10 or it could be 10,000, but to me that I don't think of it as all those people. But it's also like, I feel like you've said this to me before, the thing with YouTube is, and as you get bigger and as you grow, it becomes harder because there's not an end goal. Because like
I've said this too.
Because my end goal was 1 million subscribers, and then when you get there, there's another goal that you want to hit.
And it's not like you get there and you're like, oh, it's like it's not you obviously get there and you're fucking excited and you're grateful for it and everything else, but like I've said it in terms of like working in a firm, like you work in an office firm, you get employed there, you know the highest salary and the highest position you can get to, and you work your ass off to get there, and once you get there you know you can't get any further in that firm, you either leave or you just go into a different job role. But a lot of jobs, how it's structured and how a job is structured, you work to a certain point and that's your point, and once you're there, and then like you don't obviously ease off, but you sort of know that you're there and you get all the perks and everything else, and it's like a firm position. It's not like you get there and then like you could say something wrong and then all of a sudden it's gone. Like you're there and then you're there until you get fired or like quit your job and move on.
It's like the same concept as when people say to you like, are you constantly worried about getting cancelled? No, but at the same time, like you can say one thing wrong and you can lose every single thing overnight. Whereas like if you just work a normal retail job and you go away and say something wrong, no one's going to know, and you've still got your job to go back to on Monday.
Boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right.
That'd be such a sick transition. Imagine if you were driving TikTok and it's like a car's crashed and you do that at the beat and then you sit up and it's all black and white and you've got blood running down your face and all windows are smashed. That's like a Billie Eilish moment.
Do you remember when I told you about like boy in Cavos? What he said to me?
About no one will ever love you.
He straight up said to me, no one's ever going to love you because of your job. And I went, what? He was like, no one's ever going to love you because of the job that you do, and like you're never going to find someone to love you for who you are. And then ever since he said that, it's put it in my head, and like, I really wish he never said that to me because I can't get it out. But I actually do think the reason I'm single is because I do YouTube, but not in the sense of because I'm a YouTuber, but just because I've developed these extreme trust issues from doing it. I'm in this mindset that I can't get out of, where all I have to do is work, and I can't.
I feel like you've been better at it. Like you've got a schedule now where like you've got your work and you've got your play.
Yeah, I've definitely.
You've got your work and you've got your play.
No, I definitely have got better at it, like 1,000,000%. But in my head, like I'll feel guilty every single day if I don't do something, which I think I need to get out of because it's not the best mindset to be in. But like friendship-wise, I think it definitely affected a lot of it. Like I lost a lot of my friends from home because of it. I've only really got like a couple who actually do live in Manchester now. Everyone apart from Tanisha lives here, and obviously Saf as well, but she's in Brighton. But all my friends, like I would never even call you YouTube friends. I hate when people still say that.
Like, I think it's a weird one. I do think you've got to be so cautious. I don't know, I feel like you've got to be cautious to a certain extent, but then I feel like you were very naive at one point, and we definitely spoke about this before on our podcast and stuff, but I feel like at one point you were very naive to like, oh, everyone loves me and everyone's so nice and just wants to be my friend. It's like, well babe, you've got a lot to offer to some people.
Yeah, I was way too nice to people. I would literally just let people walk all over me, and then out of nowhere I just grew a little bit of a backbone, and I was like, actually, I've had a fucking enough.
Big titties, little waist body, crazy curvy wavy, big titties, little waist body, yada 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 yada.
On the money aspect, I think the money it brings comfortability. I wouldn't say it brings happiness.
Yeah, no.
It gives you the comfortability to be able to do what you want and to go on holidays or whatever. But I wouldn't say it brings happiness, because I've had money at some points and never felt worse in my life.
Yeah.
So you can have a decent bank account, but you can still be absolutely hitting rock bottom.
And I think as well that should apply to people. I said this to my friends. Me and my friends before COVID were sat around playing a drinking game, playing a card game or something, and we got talking about salaries and money and stuff like that. And my friend was like, is very job focused, doesn't know what she wanted to do her entire life, has gone into the job she's always said she wanted to do. And I said to her, are you chasing a job based on the salary, or do you actually want to be that job role? And she couldn't give me a direct answer, because I was like, you are working towards a salary, which is nothing wrong with it. But then I said, but you're oh my god, I'm gonna pull at this petrol station, I need a drink. Fair enough, like absolutely fine to work towards a salary, like whose success is so different to every single person.
Yeah.
But you also shouldn't aim for a feeling that you think the money's going to bring you. Like you're going to have in your head, once you hit that salary, all your life problems are going to go away, and that's just not how it works. And it's like you don't know what you're aiming to feel, but you're aiming to feel some sort of fulfillment that salary is going to bring to your life, and it just is not. So just don't. I'm so grateful that my mum and dad brought me up and said, just do whatever the hell you want. Like I literally left school, all my friends stayed on at sixth form and stuff. I was like, no, fuck this, I don't want to be in this school anymore, I want to go to college. And then I literally moved from there, didn't know what I wanted to do, just knew I didn't want to work full time. I was like, fuck it, I'll just piss around, spend more of the government's money on fucking education. Well, I figure out what I want to do, and I'm glad my mum and dad didn't force me into, where should I go? I want to just
straight
go in the shop. I just want to go in the shop. Before I head into the car park, what is this? Petrol station, what am I saying? Yeah, I'm just fortunate that my mum and dad said do whatever you want, and I think everyone should apply that to their lives. Obviously, don't be stupid and just fuck around, but like, don't just go into something because you think it's going to earn you a lot of money. And I feel like a lot of kids nowadays see success as money and fame and wealth.
Yeah, they do.
Stuff, and it's not healthy to have that mindset. And I know people will sit here and say it's easy for us to say, especially you, when you are doing the job you're doing, but like, listen to us, you stupid.
My nail just popped off. Good job I bought my nail glue, innit? I'm just going to carry on from what Byron was saying, because I don't want it to come across as, you might even cut this out. I think a lot of people have glorified the whole social media life, and as much as we talk about, I feel like we're talking about the negatives a lot in this video, there's so many positives to it, and it genuinely has changed my life forever. Like, my life would be so different if I didn't do YouTube. I can't even imagine what it would be, and I feel like Byron's probably going to ask me about that, but it has changed my life in every aspect. But at the same time, obviously it does come with the negative. Everything has its positives and everything has its negatives, but at the same time I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm gonna stick my nail back on. Look at my cute little bag. Oh, he's here, he's back.
I said say my name, first got flight to LA, as soon as I land on the paper plane. soon, touch back in the ends. 110 on the M, trying to take a change.
Or do you have something interesting to say about uni? Because I feel like we spoke about you doing an online course and what you were going to do.
Yeah.
And that you'd been MI fucking 5 and you've heard it all before. Oh,
you're a little wanker. What would you have done?
What? I went to uni.
Oh shit. It don't feel like you went to uni.
Anna texted me the other day. Where did we say this? Is this dude said in the video already? No. Anna texted me the other day. She was drinking in her apartment and she texted me. Literally, I was downstairs, she was upstairs. She texted me saying, "So glad I dropped out of uni." Because we were on a Zoom for Dev's birthday and he's at uni. And I'm thinking, what are you on about? She texted me saying, "So glad I dropped out." I was thinking, babe, you never even enrolled. You never even went on UCAS. Do you know what UCAS is?
No, I forgot that you went to uni though, because I feel like in London you barely did uni.
We didn't do
like,
anything.
You didn't do anything apart from like your final project or whatever it was, when like you were just working for 2 weeks straight.
I think it's mad how we've just gone into April now, but March last year, well, when we first went into a lockdown, a 3-week lockdown were announced in March last year, and now it's been a full fucking year, and we've still been in. We've obviously been switching between lockdown and a tier system, but like we've not had like much normality. I feel like Santorini with the normality we had last year.
Yeah.
What is? This is my interview coming out again. See that lead, that build up. Are we zoomed in, or is it?
No, but that's a nicer angle.
Oh, what's amazing? I led that question so fucking well. Like, pre-thought in my head, wow, this is great, and then my fucking camera died. But hi everyone, we're back. Obviously we've been in lockdown, blah blah, we don't need to do the build up again, we know what's coming. What's the first thing you're gonna do after lockdown? Like, I'm saying like, not ease of restrictions, I'm saying like
after June
21st or whatever it's meant to be, when we can do whatever we want.
First thing I'm actually going to do is go to the rave.
Alright, we have a rave book, guys.
We have a rave book.
Don't know how it's going to go because I listened to some music the other day. Lewis sent me a song the other day and I was like, alright, this is like the music that's going to be played there, and I fucking hate it.
So I'm actually going to go to a rave and then I'm going to move to London. What about you?
Are you actually going to move to London? Fuck off, you stupid bitch. I actually can't stand you.
Yeah, I was saying, what do you want to do?
I want to go on holiday. I feel like I've got so many things to look forward to. Like, we've got all the excitement of living in a new city that we've never been able to experience.
I'm really excited to explore Manchester.
I feel like we've got the excitement of us all living in the same city as well. All of us. So not only is it exciting for us individually, because we've got all the excitement of being in a new place.
And then a certain someone is joining us.
Oh yeah, so, oh my god, I always forget about that.
Yeah.
Someone is joining us, and I feel like that will bring so much fucking excitement, and like that'll feel like I've freshly moved to Manchester again. I feel like that'll feel like we've all moved just into like, I can't even explain how excited that makes me.
I'm so excited.
I've got all that excitement, and then also not to mention the fact that I do in fact have a boyfriend. Me and Lewis haven't been able to do anything together. We've literally done nothing, and I mean nothing, and we're still so excited about being together, being able to do nothing. So I think, how good is it going to be when we can actually do things?
I got a black ski mask, but I don't see, but I snowboard, dash an MC off peak. If one of you try violate me, you get a punch in the face in my front door key. Old friend, why are you so shy? That you be that for me, it is no word.
You're not even fucking singing it.
Yeah,
never mind, I'll find someone like you.
I sang the whole fucking thing and you're
I was singing, but obviously I sound like I actually was singing the entire time.
Apparently you're miming the whole
I know, I was singing.
You mimed the
I'm just the same
thing.
kid. I swear to God, like, this is not even for the video.
Literally listening, and I was thinking he's fucking miming it the entire
I
time.
was singing, bitch.
Well, that was an ego boost for you then that you didn't need.
I am Adele. Anyway, bye.
Bye.